Okay. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yes.
Okay. So I'm hoping you guys can see okay too, because I'm having to do it on my iPad because I want to show the apps. So I'm kind of trying to hold my iPad and show you at the same time. So hopefully it'll work okay. So my so-called real job is in the IT field, and I don't do very well with paper copies of things, or I like to try to do everything digitally that I can. As a matter of fact, if we have a personal document that we have to actually have a hard copy of, it's my husband's job to keep up with it because I will lose it and never find it again. So I think it was in one of the training videos, and I don't know which, where Michelle is explaining about the facial boxes. And she says that, you know, you have to get at least 20 out there because, you know, they'll get thrown away. Unfortunately, other people will steal your contacts. And, you know, so out of the 20, you probably have 3 that you'll get good information from. And I thought to myself, you know, that seems like it gave me nightmares at night, because I thought, well, first of all, you have to spend time driving around to all these 20 places to check these boxes. Then you don't know if somebody stole the information or if people just aren't, you know, interested in that area. And then I have to try to keep up with all these cards that I pull out of all these boxes from 20 different locations. So I was having night terrors. So I wanted to try to figure out an easier way to handle it. And the first thing I thought of was a QR code. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with the QR code, but the QR stands for quick response. So basically it's a barcode that people can scan and then get information on. And believe it or not, it's really easy to create your own because, you know, there's an app out there for anything. So I'm going to try to share my screen. Are you seeing my screen?
No, Marianne
Okay.
knows how to do that. Marianne, you know how to share the screen?
All right. Michelle, are you working from your iPad?
Yeah.
If you tap on your screen, do you see the share button that comes up?
I did, and I said share screen, and now I have a list of like camera roll, messenger, and Zoom.
Yeah, and so do you already, whatever you want to share with us, do you already have it open?
I do, but it's not in the list.
Okay. Okay. What are you pulling the document from? Is it a photo? Is it from your Dropbox?
Well, it's an app called Jotform, and then another app for the QR code.
Okay, and so it's not giving you access to other apps at the moment? Okay, because I'm wondering if, like, because I know whenever I share things, I can pull from Safari, and so, like, if I have the internet open, I can share whatever's on the internet. Gosh, let me see if I can, let me try something real quick. Okay. Share content, photos, iCloud Drive, Dropbox, Google Drive, website URL, bookmark. Yeah. Is there any way that you can go to a website versus an app for those? So just go to like the QR website or something?
Well, you know what? It just dawned on me. I probably have to go to the actual app and give access to it to Zoom, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe it's because maybe Zoom just doesn't share other programs like apps on the screen.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, because the only thing I've ever worked with is photos or like something that I'm working on
the internet with. Okay. Maybe I tell you what. Maybe I can pull it up on my phone and show it on my phone.
Yeah.
On my screen.
That's a good idea.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know how to test doing this without actually being on a Zoom.
Oh yeah, that's okay. No, we all learn as we go. And if
Okay.
if that doesn't work, you can just, give us the name, and then we can all practice it. And even at our local meetings, we can all try to do it too. So, all right, I'm giving it back to you.
Okay. 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 So, in the App Store, well, you can you see this, that form right there that says drop form? This is what I use to create the form. So when you open it up, you basically, I already have one created, so it's showing here, but basically you would have a blank screen, and all you have to do is say, add a new one, add a new form. And what I did was I said, create a classic form. And it's really simple because they already have templates. So you can say, I use, let me go back and show you what I clicked. Classic form, and then I said, use a template. So I clicked select. Are y'all able to see this okay? Okay. So, and this is really cool, which I just kind of found this by accident, but choose your template. If you actually search for facial, oops, I can't spell and hold it. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So if you search for facial, you actually get, there's actually a pink one that's a free facial and glamour makeover.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, and it actually, when you pull it up, I mean, it asks for the same thing that we asked for, your full name, phone number, street address, and then it actually has a bunch of different options like skin type, face shape. I mean, it seems like it was almost made, somebody who does Mary Kay created the form, but it's actually a template there. So you can say use template.
Let me get off.
And then once you say use template, you can click on each section and actually make edits. So, I just clicked on that section, it put my cursor in there, and I can change the wording. I can delete an entire section. I can add or move up and down, whatever I want to do. So basically you just create your form. Okay, and then once you're done creating your form, you can go to publish and quick share, and it gives you a link, a URL to JotForm where your form was created. So this is the URL to your form. So all you have to do once you have the URL is copy it. Well, if I copy the whole thing, copy the link, the URL. Let me get draw. No, why it's me. Oh, wait, there's a button that says copy link. If I would look at it. Anyway, sorry, copy link. Okay, so we have our form created, and that was in JotForm. And then there's another app called...
Hey, Michelle, I have a question. Are you saying dot form or drop form? D-O-C?
Jot. It's J-O-T.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Jot. Okay, Jot form.
Yeah, J like jingle, and then O-T, yeah.
Okay,
and
that's the app. Okay, I'm going to type that for Richard. Richard, did you get that? Do a thumbs up. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and I actually don't have the other app on my phone, so give me 1 second. Let me go to the App Store.
Okay.
Okay, so I went to the App Store, and you can actually just search for QR code generator, and you'll find one that's called Q Rafter QR code. Just QRAFTER.
Okay. Q rap with an F, S, or Q Grafter.
It's Q like Quincy,
Mm-hmm.
R like Ralph, A like Apple, F like Frank, T like Tom, E like Elephant, R like Ralph.
Okay, great.
Sure. Yeah. See. Okay, so then once you open this app, all you have to do is there's a little icon down here that says create.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very top, it's QR code, and you select URL because you're going to use a URL. And this is just an advertisement. But then you just paste your URL for your form that you created.
Okay.
And you can say preview content, go to URL to make sure it works. I don't want an email. Hold on, let's see. Okay, go to URL and see that if the URL works, it pulls up your form, so you know that it works. And then you just say create. And there's your QR code. And then from here, all you have to do is like share to save to camera roll.
Okay.
And then you just take and pick collage. You create a flyer or whatever that you put in the frame, and add the picture of your QR code to in your pick collage. And then when someone scans this code with the QR scanner, it'll bring up the form. They can fill the form out on their phone.
And then all that information comes to you, like a text?
Yeah, well, let me show you. So I get it, when you go back to, I forgot to show you that part. Let me go edit form. So in your form, when you're under settings,
Mm-hmm.
you can say emails, and you basically, okay, you pull up the email portion, and under recipients, you can put in your email so that when someone fills out the form, an email comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do, test email, save, and then save it to make sure it works.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when someone fills it out, I get an email. It looks like this. And this is my information, but what I did was I scanned can you see that okay? I scanned the code, and then I just put in my name and address to, to test what would happen once the form was filled out. So you get an email with all the information that they filled out on the form.
Awesome.
And even in the, because I named my form the, facial glamour appointment request.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in the subject line of the email. So you can see when, someone has scanned your code and wants more information or wants to schedule a facial or a glamour session.
Awesome. Okay.
And in this way, you don't have to worry about people stealing, the cards that people have filled out. Or, I told my husband we needed to go on a trip, and like a day trip, and we could go to Alabama, Tennessee, and then you could leave these facial frames really anywhere because you don't have to go back and check them. Someone can just scan it and set up appointments with you, and then you can, go do facials or parties.
Right. Now,
the only thing we have to worry about is someone, throwing them away, but you don't have to go back and maintain them or check to pick up the information.
Right. Do you have, when you have a frame, do you have it like with the glass, or does that affect the scanning?
No, I did it like a 5x7 size, and I used the glass in the frame, and I even tested that, and the code scans fine through the glass.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I did learn that, the older generation or people who aren't as tech savvy and don't know how to scan a QR code, I have found that you should probably put your phone number on the form as well, because I had a lady who didn't know what to do with the QR code, and thankfully the business that I left it with, a friend of mine works there, and she knew my phone number and gave it to the girl, to the lady. But you know, if she hadn't have known me, of course, I probably would have lost that facial because the lady didn't know how to do the QR code. So I'm going to go back and start adding my phone number as well.
Awesome. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody?
When did you say to add your, where did you say to add your email address in so that it would be found on the URL?
When you're in the, when
Is
you're
it on the
creating
quick
your
share
form,
portion?
let me open it back up. Let's see. Okay, so when you're creating your form, there's 3 settings up here: build, settings, and publish. Do you see those up here at the top?
Okay.
So if you click the middle one, settings, then there's an option for emails.
Settings. Okay.
And there happens to already be one. See, I've set it up to come to my Mary Kay email address. I've already created a notification to come to my Mary Kay email address. But you can add several. You would just click the add button when you add it for the first time and click notification email. And well, it's telling me that because I'm using the free version, I would have to upgrade to add multiple notification email addresses. But basically, when you're doing it for the first time, you would just click notification email and put in your email address.
Okay, I'll just have to play with it and see where, because I'm not quite understanding because I am part of that older generation.
Right. Well,
Don't
and
cut
you know,
yourself short, Richard.
and if anybody gets stuck and needs some one-on-one help, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem at all with, you know, you guys calling me, or, you know, I don't mind helping you if you get stuck.
So everybody, Michelle is on our Voxer group. So it's Michelle Maddox, Voxer, and then she'll see a message from you. She can respond, you know, when she has a chance, because she does have a full-time job. And if you're at our local meeting, she can help us too.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to need some help. So I want to challenge you guys to get your, get your QR code set up, and then, get 5 out, get 5 of these out, 5 to 10, just the same as you would a facial box. And it's going to, like she said, it's going to be so much easier to maintain. And make sure you put your number on the outside. And then we'll post, Michelle, will you post what your original flyer that you sent out looks like, so they kind of have an idea when they're creating their pic collage? You guys will post that on Voxer.
Yeah.
You kind of have an idea. If you're not familiar with pic collage and you don't use it as frequently as a lot of us do, that is an amazing app as well. I think everybody should be using that. Like, if you're doing parties, that's what you create your party invitations with, is that. And so she'll give you an idea of of what her first little flyer looked like. Does anybody else have anything they want to add or say or ask? You guys are quiet. Are you excited about this?
We're trying to soak it in.
I think I like
notes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think I like it because, I had really good luck with the facial boxes.
You do.
At the time, I didn't have a job other than Mary Kay, obviously. But I think now that I do have a job, I think it would be a little bit more convenient because I think the best thing with the facial boxes that works so well is because I checked it every single day, and that people that had put their name in the box hadn't forgot that they'd done it.
Yeah.
So it's still like a new thing. So I think that this is actually going to work out a whole lot better, because those of us who are super busy, who lead 6 million lives on a regular basis, I think it's going to be a little bit better.
Yeah, Kelly, I was thinking about you because I mean, you really rocked the facial boxes last summer. So, yeah, I was thinking about
I
you. That
did.
so much better.
I know. I think this would
Well,
be
and
because
another,
there's a lot of places that I really want to touch, but I'm afraid that I won't be able to touch those because I do want to go out a little bit further than I have in the past,
Right.
and I won't be able to check them every single day.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I
and
like
another
this a lot.
point.
Yeah.
Another point I want to make too that I thought of was, some people, they may be in the nail salon or the tanning salon, and maybe they're in a hurry and they would like more information or would like to talk to you about a facial, but they just really don't have time to fill out the card. With the QR code, they can just scan it real quick and then fill it out later. They don't have to do it right then. Because once they scan the code, they have it.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Is the QR code something that you could keep, like, for instance, like if you're doing small talk with somebody, like in Target in the clothing section, if it's something that you can keep on your phone and just say, hey, scan this, and this will give you all my information, we can set something up later?
Absolutely. I mean, once you have the QR code, you can just text it to somebody.
Okay, cool.
Or
Oh,
email it to somebody, or,
Well,
yeah, you don't even have to pull it up right there. You just text it to them or pull it up on your phone and, like you said, have them scan it from your phone. I mean,
awesome.
the options are endless.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I'm still getting, I know this is going to sound so silly because I am that younger generation, I should know, but I didn't know about the QR code until I was actually walking around in downtown Noonan, which Michelle knows. They have these big pictures that they put up, and I was like, what is this thing underneath it? And I wanted to take a picture of it just to go back later and look at the artist information, and I took a picture of it, and it popped up that QR code, and I was like, what is that? Like a foreign language popped up on my phone. I had no idea what I was doing.
Well, if you guys, you guys feel free. I sent a picture of my my original flyer or facial frame on Voxer. I mean, feel free to scan it and just to see how it comes up. I mean, you can play with it. And I don't, even if I get an email from you, it's okay.
Yeah,
maybe just
hey, I just it's me.
Yeah, just
Don't
send a
book me.
Voxer and say, hey, I might have just sent you an email.
Yeah.
Just testing. I do like this.
Or
This
just
is
use
gonna be
a
awesome.
a testing name so that I know it was a test. But yeah, feel free to scan it off your phone to see how it works.
Okay, I'm really excited.
I think
All
I
right.
love this. This is gonna be
Yes.
awesome.
All right, so if you need help with your QR code on Thursday, we'll give Michelle a little bit of time to walk you through it, okay? Is that okay, Michelle?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Awesome. All right, Marianne, did you have any questions?
Erin, did you have one?
I have one now about how to add your URL again to this part. Because it says you can add your URL, but where do you find the URL at?
I think that part you just fill out, and then I can help you. I know how to do this. I think we're okay. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, that's okay. I couldn't really
I used-
understand what you were
I
saying.
use you guys for work. Yeah,
All right,
Courtney
that
says
would
she
be-
knows she sees it for work, so we're all right over here.
So I'm
We're
like,
excited.
hey, Laura actually has a great idea. She said, can you kind of type out the instructions on Voxer so that we can kind of see
Yes.
step by step?
Can
That
you
would
guys
help.
see them
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
chat? Because I just typed them all on the chat.
I know, but when we hang up, the chat's gone.
Okay, I just didn't know if they'd written it down, like just check their notes to make sure they got all the steps.
Yeah,
I'm writing
Somebody
furiously.
needs to screenshot it.
yeah, we could do that.
Well,
Let
I
me
can
do that.
probably put together an instruction.
I'll
I
screenshot
can
it.
probably put together like a set of instructions with
Yeah.
screenshots and arrows and stuff that shows you where all the buttons and what to click and
Yes,
how to do it.
I'm just
Yeah,
going to
that's
tell you
Okay.
from an older person, I'm with Richard, I have to have it written down in a quiet place by myself, and then I can figure it out. So like
Any
there was
personality needs that.
all that she was typing. I was like, oh, you lost me at download.
Now, did she say that you are going to leave the glass in the frame or you're going to take it out?
I left it in. I left the glass
Okay.
in the frame.
Thank you.
But, you know, my background is in the IT industry, so I can put together a user guide and send it out to everybody.
Okay, all right, we're good. All right, and then Laura said steps on how to go to Jot form and QR code. Yes, written to work.
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna do that, Laura, and we're gonna put it on our main Voxer. All right, awesome. So Michelle, thank you so much. Like, we feel so trendy now. I'm sorry you guys have a dinosaur for a senior director, but hey, God's sending us the right people, right? But we're in the know now. All right, anybody else before we hang up? And it's recorded. I'm gonna run it upstairs to Andy to put on our YouTube channel. Okay, if you want to watch it again. Anybody else? Okay, Michelle, thank you. And you guys, we will see you next Sunday, and I'm sure we'll talk to each other this week. Have a great night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.